channel like this one. I interview entertainers because I believe people like to know about entertainers and how they achieved their success. I make these videos for your enjoyment. All I ask you to do is watch all the way through. Share, like, it helps the channel grow. Remember, these acts, these artists, these musicians come on my show and spend their time for your enjoyment. So thank you very much for watching. I'd like to introduce our next guest. Well, I don't know if it's one guest or two.
Just invited himself.
Oh dear. I'd like to introduce Emma.
Hi.
Hello, Emma.
Hello. Thanks for
Hi.
having me on the show.
Hello. Welcome. You've got a great accent. I love the Liverpool accent. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, Emma was recommended to me by somebody, and you'll see a video at the beginning of this anyway, so you'll understand what she's all about. She's a songwriter. Well, anyway, Emma, tell us all about you.
Hi, I'm Emma Wharton. I'm a singer-songwriter from the Wirral. I host events. I perform. I'm quite the multitasker. I've just released my first single with Dark Sparks Music, which is a record label based in LA, which is run by Vicky Hamilton. She founded Guns N' Roses and was their first manager. So that was my biggest achievement. I'm still working for her, so I'll be releasing more music. My music videos just came out.
Let's come on to that in a minute, Emma. What I'd like to know is you're only a young lass, and what got you into the entertainment business?
So I always loved singing. I started singing from a young age, probably around 12, 13. First open mic about 16, and I struggled with my mental health a lot. So I always found writing helped, like writing stories. And then when I found that I enjoyed singing, combining the two and writing my own music was just always like an emotional release for me. So I started open mics and then started gigging around the Wirral, part of a duo, part of a band, and then went solo.
Fantastic. You've done a lot already. Can we talk about your mental health? Because I think it helps people understand what people are going through. And life nowadays is such a struggle, Emma. You know, it's not the same as it was obviously a long time ago. I know times change, but to me, times are changing for the worse, not for the better. The entertainment industry is one of the hardest things to get into. Songwriting is even harder, and getting a record label is like 4 million to 1 chance. So, you know, you're doing something right. What kind of struggles are you going through in life?
So I started I've got borderline personality disorder, which I like to explain as bipolar on a roller coaster. PTSD. I started playing guitar following the suicide of my partner when I was 21. He bought me a guitar and it was the only way I felt close to him after he passed. So I taught myself guitar, and that's where my song Slipped Away originated from. So I've gone through a lot in life of obviously my mental health. I fell into addiction. I used to drink a lot and I pulled myself out of it. I got my first record deal a few years ago. I was signed to Big Condo Records, and then Nikki and Vicky came across me all the way from LA. But following that loss and my own mental health, it just spurred me into wanting to help other people, signpost people and make them realise that they're not alone. And suicide is permanent and problems can be worked through and resolved. I've been homeless, I've lost children through miscarriages, I've got health struggles. So I've fought it with my mental health for many years, but I've finally got myself into a place of stability and grown enough that I just want to give back and help other people realise that it doesn't always have to be the end when you feel like that is your only way out. I've been there many a times. I've had suicide attempts myself and survived them. And looking back, I'm so glad I did. I'd hate to leave anyone with the pain that I felt losing him.
First of all, commiserations on your fella, because that's not nice at such a young age. Secondly, thanks for being open about your health and everything, because, you know, it's not just you, Emma.
Yeah.
You know, there are
So
thousands
many
going through the
people.
same. And it's great that you can now turn your disasters into
Yeah.
positives, turn the negatives into positives, because yes, it is an uncomfortable life for a lot of people. But it's a lot of it's how you make it, and the easy way out is just to, I don't know, jump off a building, jump in the
Yeah.
river, and that's the easy way out. And like you say, when you're down, when you're very, very down and at the bottom, there's no other door, no other door. And I fully understand. And I've kind of like been there myself once. And, again, it was through a partner. And, nobody can say, snap out of it. Nobody can understand what you're going
Yeah.
through. Nobody can understand the hurt that's inside. Nobody can get it out of you. And these are all the things that I think is lacking in the UK. There's no real specialist that can help you do that. So what you did, you got it, you released it through music, which I'm really pleased you did, because your music is fantastic. And to get a record deal at your age is absolutely, I take my hat off to you. It's fantastic. So let's talk about the record deal, because you wrote the song. How did you get in touch with the record company? How did it happen?
So I was already signed to Big Condo Records in Liverpool. And then we parted ways, and just through me posting on social media on Instagram, Nikki Hine, she lives in Indianapolis. She stumbled across me and she works with Vicky Hamilton. She watched me for 8 months, just watching my social media. I had no idea. And then I got a message off her saying that she was working with Vicky Hamilton. I'm not going to lie, at the time, I didn't know who Vicky Hamilton was at the top of my head. And when I Googled it, I was like, this has got to be fake. This has got to be someone scamming me. And then she organised a video call with me and Vicky, and we had a video call, and they basically said, we love the song, but we want you to do this, this and this to it. So I went away, I done this, this and this to it. And then I got a few people to play the track with me, because I was just originally releasing it, just me playing guitar. And I sent it back to them and they loved it and they released it. And I'm releasing more music with them. So yeah, it was crazy.
So it is crazy. It's almost like unthinkable. And I can imagine how you felt by, thinking it was
Yeah.
fake, because nowadays there's so much crap and turd on the social media that it's unbelievable to know
I
who's
was
who
even
nowadays.
starting to
Where
wonder
can
if it was
people hate?
all AI. I was like, have they AI'd the video somehow?
Yeah, I love it. Where can people hear your song, Emma?
It's everywhere. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer, Tidal, and the music video is out on YouTube. It does have a little disclaimer because it basically like displays my relationship with him and then him being gone. So it is a bit of a triggering video, but it's my first music video and I'm so happy it's finally out there. So that's on YouTube, the single. It's called Slipped Away and it's on all platforms.
So is your stage name Emma Wharton?
Yeah.
Right. So people would just type in Emma Wharton, WHARTON. Yeah, is that
Yeah.
correct?
YouTube, it's Emma Wharton Live. I'm pretty sure Spotify is Emma Wharton Live as well. I'll be performing at an event on the 17th, which is the first for this new business I was telling you about before, which it's called Vivid Vision Events. That's based in Liverpool. We're going to be holding all sorts of music, comedy, etc. events and giving back to the community. We want to bring together people that have been through hardship and stuff, and a percentage of each event is going to be donated to charity. So that's the 17th of July at Kaiser Keller in Liverpool. Tickets are on Fatsuma.
So you obviously know Gary Steiner as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's another guy that's gone through a lot in life like you have, and a very funny man, a very, very good comedian. A lovely, lovely man, just like yourself. Putting back into the community is really important, because nowadays we're kind of like selfish. Do you find a lot of people selfish nowadays, Emma?
Yeah. And I hate to say it, but especially musicians. For example, I've volunteered for Rec 41, which is a sober bar on the Wirral. And don't get me wrong, we had so many lovely, amazing musicians that were happy to come and like give their time. But I found that arranging charity events, I was also charity fundraising officer for Big Condo. it was really hard getting artists that were interested. If they're not getting paid, they're not interested, which I understand. We have to make a living, and I will always like whatever they want to do. But personally, as an artist, I always like to find time to give back. And for me, it's about the music. It's not all about just myself and making the money. I'm more thinking, well, if I was without this money, like it wouldn't affect me that much. And if I can give some of that back through events that I'm arranging, like that is amazing. That's like the dream for me. So I just wish more musicians were open to that. There is a lot that are, but I did find that I struggled a lot when it came to the charity events.
Well, Emma, I don't understand why artists don't see this. If you're a struggling artist and you want to get
Yeah.
seen, why not go and do a free show somewhere? Somebody might just see you,
Yeah.
instead of saying, no, I'm not getting paid for it. It's not about the money. It's about showing off your talents.
I've done many free events over the years, like even ones that aren't charity, and the amount of opportunities I've actually got out of them is amazing. Obviously, the business I'm currently working with, I'm talent relations manager. We've put together so musicians will get paid, but from how many tickets they actually sell and how much they put into the event. And we've worked it out on a fair basis for the charity, for the artists, and obviously the business and the venues. So we're trying to make it as fair as we possibly can. But I filled that event very fast, to be fair. People were really, this one's for mental health, and we've got an amazing lineup. So I can't wait.
Coming from the Wirral, I still think, the Liverpool, are you still Liverpool, the Wirral?
It's literally through a tunnel. So it's a 5-minute. I'm by Woodside, so I live right next to the tunnel. So it's 5 minutes. I could probably swim across the Mersey if I really wanted to. Just grab a little dinghy or something, float over.
I see. So the Wirral is like one side of the Mersey and the other.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like connected, but there's a river running through
Yeah.
it. It's a bit like Hull, my hometown, Emma. There's, Hull's got a river running through it. So we have Westall and Eastall, and then the rugby teams, Eastall and Westall. And they always, say, I'm not from Eastall, I'm from Westall. I'm not from Liverpool, I'm from the Wirral.
When people ask me, I give up now. I'm just like, yeah, Liverpool. Do you know where that is? It's close enough.
So tell the viewers, Emma, I see, I'm too old now to write music. I don't think there's an age where what stops you writing music, but for years and years and years, I was just a club act, playing in bands, but been all over the world, done it all, fantastic, never written any music, Emma. Until one night I was laid in bed and I was singing a Christmas song to myself. I thought, silly bugger, what are you singing a Christmas song for? So I got up and wrote the words and I thought, that sounds really good, So I got on the keyboard, brought the guitar out and hey, well, might be something, might be nothing. So I sent it off to my mate who was a brilliant keyboard player, and it worked. Actually, it was Ken Dodd's MD. And he did his bit on it, and he sent it back, and I said, oh my God, that's awesome. So we put together a band, and it was our first song that reached 100,000 views on YouTube, and it's called Today's the Day for Christmas, and it should be a number one. I'll let you listen to it, Emma. But what I'm trying to get at, it's not about me, Emma, I'm talking about you. How the hell do you think of the songs? What do you do first? Do you think of the lyrics? Do you think of the music? How do you do it?
My head's instant response was trauma, but no. I write from life experience. I'll just be walking around going about my day, and my head will just throw a few lyrics into my brain, and then I'll be like, oh, they're quite good, and then I'll write it in my notes, and within 10 minutes I've got a song, and I'll just know the melody in my head that I want to sing it. And then I'll go home, I'll pick up my guitar, and then if I know how to sing the melody, then I'll kind of know what chords it'll be. So I'll strum through and work out which chords sound best. And then we have a song, and then I write the chords in it, and that's it. But, yeah.
But you're making it sound easy, Emma. It's not easy,
No,
not many people can do it.
I did struggle for years, but now it comes naturally. I've just put together a course which I've called Expressing Emotions Through Songwriting, which I'm going to be releasing soon. It's a 6-week course. I'm going to be teaching it in tomorrow's Women Wirral. which is a women's charity. And I'm going to hopefully release it online, which is basically me attempting to teach people how to write songs, but it's got all sorts of prompts and ways that you can do it if you're not weird like me and just have songs appearing in your head. There's all sorts of ways. So yeah, I'll see how that goes. And if that goes well, I'll release it online. But yeah, I'm hoping that will help other people be able to put their emotions into songs, which I find is a great release.
That's fantastic. It is. It is.
Yeah.
Moving on from that song I wrote, I cycle a lot, and it's like free. I don't. If you've ever been cycling, it's like freedom. You know, nobody about, no cars, no people.
Yeah.
I just cycle along the rivers, and it's just, it's freedom. But I think of some words, so I have to stop, get my phone out, and record it, but when I get home, I forgot.
Yeah.
Like, I live in the heat, 40 degrees heat, and blistering sun. That's a good. Oh, blistering sun, or what have you done? Right, I've got some lyrics.
And then the one time.
So I must be mental. Yeah, you're right. I must be mental as well, then, Emma.
Mental people are better. It's more exciting. I think I'd be bored if I didn't have like a little narrator in my brain.
Yeah. You see, do you believe in psychology, psychic?
See, I didn't, but since my partner died, I've seen two that absolutely weirded me out with the details he gave me, like down to what his tattoos were on his left arm and the fact that they had a weird meaning because of the placement. I was like, how the hell would she know that? It was in Roman numerals. Like, I'm not sure what I believe, but there's no way she could have known. She described to me his hairstyle. She described to me 3 of us sat in a circle playing guitar, which it was always me, him, and our best friend. It was just really weird. She described how he took his life. It was very in-depth.
Jeez.
But yeah, I now kind of believe. I don't know.
So, did she say anything about your future? Did she give you any hindsight on what your future's called?
She said that something really good was coming in my work life and to keep pursuing my music. I hadn't told her I was a musician or anything. And literally a year on, I'm signed to Vicky Hamilton's record label. It's crazy.
I often think, is our life set out? Is it destiny?
Yeah.
We go through hardship, we go through tragedy, we go through emotion, we go through unbelievable, exciting things, and then all of a sudden you like fall off a cliff, and it all stops.
Yeah.
Is destiny, is our life set out for us? I don't know.
I do wonder myself sometimes. I feel like everything kind of links back together. Every time something really bad happens, I feel like something good happens, but that wouldn't have happened if that bad thing didn't happen to put me there. It all seems to link back.
Do you often find that other musicians are jealous of you?
I find musicians are reluctant to give other musicians compliments and stuff. Like, I'm lucky I've found quite a nice community of musicians that, like, we do all give each other, like, support, and, like, we'll go to each other's gigs and we'll wait until everyone's performed, like, musicianship. However, there are a lot of musicians who I think are just entirely for themselves and find other musicians as just competition. Whereas I don't see anyone like that. I see it as there's enough of the world for there to be loads of talent going around, and we should all be working together to motivate each other and to keep the music scene how we want it.
Yeah, look, in life, we're not here to be Mr. or Mrs. Popular, are we?
No.
You're not here to be Miss Popular. I'm not here to be Mr. Popular. And you do things. I started this show purely because I lived in Thailand. I didn't have no friends because there's not many English people where I live, Emma. And I wanted to give back to exactly like you're doing, close to my heart.
Yeah.
I wanted to give something back, and I thought, how can I do that? I know the agents all over the world. I know musicians. I'll do a podcast, and I started it, and I never realised it'd be like as big as this. And it's getting bigger. But I do still get people saying it'll never get anywhere, it'll never take off. Jealousy.
Yeah, I've still got quite a lot of nastiness.
Watch it.
Like, I've had, for example, I'm not going to mention the event or anything, but I recently had a bit of an issue because someone was slating my song and what it was about, basically. So I pulled this person up, and it turned into a full-scale argument. But that, again, it's just fine of people being nasty. And she was just jealous. And literally, like, there was no need for it, knowing what the song's about and stuff. And to sit there and laugh about it and be quite nasty, I found really immature. And that is just jealousy showing. But you get that through every aspect of life. You get people are going to love you, people are going to hate you, and I just let it go over my
Yeah,
head now.
you're
Like,
right.
if people don't like me, they're still getting me views on my YouTube and on my Instagram. They're still getting my view count going up, so they're still doing me a favor. So I don't mind. Haters can hate.
You know what? Well, Emma, do you know what? I always give people credit,
Yeah,
whether I like something or whether I
me
don't. You
too.
think if you've sat there, wrote a song, you've done something proud, whether you like the song or you don't, you should always say to people, I take my hat off to you.
Yeah,
That's really good.
if
I don't
someone,
like the
yeah,
song, but what you're doing is amazing.
even like
You know,
them
why
getting
can't
on
we
a
just
stage.
get,
Like half the people that'll sit and slate a performer are people that wouldn't have the balls to go and get on a stage themselves. And it's just petty. I just think everyone should support everyone else in life in what they're doing and mind the business and focus on what they're doing themselves.
correct, and support each other?
Yeah.
So look, Emma, what's the future hold for you? I mean, what do you want, and what do you think the industry wants from you?
So I am ready to record songs and the label are ready to release them. So I'm going to be going into the studio and I'll have another song out soon. I'm going to keep releasing music, and as it builds, if it builds, I want to donate a percentage from each of my songs to a different mental health charity. Yeah, give back through doing that. Events wise, I'm helping with this business, which is obviously we're doing the gigs while we're giving to charities. So I'm happy where I am. I would like to go branch off to LA in a couple of years, go see Vicky and Nikki, maybe live there for a bit.
The thing is, Emma, the studios are not cheap nowadays, are they?
No.
Unless you've got friends that does it as a freebie.
Yeah, no, it cost me a lot recording Slipped Away, but yeah, you just got to do what you can and when you can, and you never know who the song
You
might
have.
reach.
Does the record company not give you money to record? Do they give you an advance?
No, so because it's an international contract, I'm in a distribution contract, so they just distribute basically, but I do have an investor. So that's a possibility that I could have now, but we haven't really discussed it as of yet. They've just told me to let them know when I'm ready.
Okay, I'll do a deal with you as well. When I get this video ready and everything, you watch it all like that. You put it on your YouTube. I'll put it on mine. If you become famous and if I become monetized, I'll also give a percentage to your charity.
Thank you. Deal.
So there's a deal. Yeah. So Emma, we've spoke quite a lot, and you opened up about your health at the beginning, and I thank you for that because not many people can do it, and getting it off your chest is a real good thing. And I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
I've never met you before, but instantly I've made a great connection with you. You're a smashing person. Everything that you're doing is in your heart. Keep doing it because that's the most important thing. Do it for yourself, but prove to others that you can do it.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I look forward to looking at some more of your stuff when it comes out, and keep supporting you. And let's hope that you have something that becomes big one day. You know, it's just a matter of pushing, pulling, getting everything on, sorting your social media out, getting it up there every 5 minutes,
Yeah.
getting on people's nerves, and eventually
Content.
that's the way to do it. I know. Sometimes promoting yourself, Emma, is more harder than writing the songs, isn't it?
It is. I find myself promoting myself more than I find myself actually performing or getting to write songs. It's crazy. Like, I just want to be on stage singing, not like posting funny reels of myself on Instagram, but I'll do it.
Things we do.
Hello.
Emma, it's been fantastic talking to you. I really appreciate you coming on the show. And let's keep in touch. And good luck with the music. Last words from you.
Thank you for having me on your show. It's been lovely speaking to you, and I'll definitely be going and having a listen to your music. Thank you to anyone who watches. And like I said earlier, my song is on all platforms. It's called Slipped Away. And I'll have more music out soon. And never give up. you never know who might come across your song. Like I've just shown, like my story is crazy. I live on the Wirral. I've been through all sorts of crazy life events. It just shows that no matter what you go through, you can still pull yourself back. And yeah, you never know who's watching your Instagram. So be mindful of what you're
You're
posting.
or your YouTube.
Oh yeah,
So,
anything.
Emma, lovely, anything. So it's been really good to talk. I asked the viewers, please watch and share because, look at what Emma's gone through. Look what she spoke to you about. It's an absolutely great story. It's passion through love. And all I ask you to do is share the love, share the video, like it, leave a comment for Emma, whatever you want to do, please, and we'll get back to you. So thank you very much for watching the showcase. And I think we'll have an episode 2 later on in the year, Emma.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. And if anyone can do it,
See you later.
then if I can do it, then anyone can do it.
Wise words. I hope I can.
Just do it. Hashtag Nike. Let's get Nike. Right.
Cheers. Cheers, Emma.
Thank you.